Welcome back, Luminous fans. Renee here, talking to you all about airbrush today, and we are going to work. Welcome back, Luminous fans. Renee. Sorry, it was echoing in the background. Okay, so let's check out our Legend system. So excited. We're here and we're going to go over this Legend system. We are going to talk about how to use our airbrush foundations. We are going to go over the Silk 4-in-1. We're going to go over, let's do Plum Blush and our beautiful product in Love. So awesome. And we are going to do something extra fun today. I am going to add in a little bit of fun. We're going to do X out. We're going to do some brows, eyeliner, and mascara, and a little lipstick to wrap this look up. So thanks for joining and staying with us, because we all love airbrush. We all want something easier to do. We all want something that's going to make us feel and look better. And we all want to save money and time. And we just want to have, we want it all. And that's exactly what airbrush is going to do. First things first, because of these, I'm going to clip my hair back. Nancy, did you get your product? Thank you for joining. Thank you. So I'm so excited. Nancy is getting her product today, and we're just going to kick this party off with some X out. Now, the reason why I'm using X out is because I'm going to do one side with X out and one side without. I'm going to do X out on one side, mostly because my under eyes are needing a little bit of help. So I'm going to put just a few drops in there. It says 2 to 6 drops. And I also have we'll call him a friend. But when you're getting started with your airbrush, you can turn that guy on. It all comes assembled. You don't have to put anything together. You just have to plug it in. And then you can just turn it on and you can feel the air. It feels super like massaging. It's very, very comfortable, very soothing. And you can see the air on my skin. But when you're using this for your makeup application, you want to make sure that you are pulling back about 4 fingers width from your skin. There we go. What concealer did you get, Nancy? All right, we're going to start with some X out. The reason why we're going to do X out is because it's a hydrating concealer. Wow. Bye. Gone, completely gone. And then I'm going to do my under eye. I'm going to just show you the difference. The reason why we're using X out today on our application is because sometimes you need just a little more. Oh, well, Nancy, I can't help you out if I don't know what product you have over there. So maybe it's time to just grab an X out. You can do, I'm using medium just for reference. And I'm barely using it, but you can see how like super, I mean, huge difference, right? Night and day. I'm going to crank this light up just a little bit. Whoop. So you can see even more that brightening effect that it does. I mean, we're talking night and day. And what I love about this is we don't have to worry about yanking and pulling on the under eye, which is going to actually cause more wrinkles and crinkles under the eye the more that we pull at it. So I'm going to skip it on this side. There we go. Hi, Brenda. Is the live on 4/9, which is today, 11 Mountain? Yes, we are doing, just to give you some central zones, we do 8, 10, 12, 2, and 4 central. So I believe Mountain is an hour before that. So we have, yes, it should be at 11 Mountain. Okay, X out is giving me life right now. What color X out you use if I have 0? So I use 030 in the foundation, and I am using the medium X out. Brenda, I hope that helps. Thank you for joining. Nancy, yes, that is correct. I am going to use the Silk 4-in-1. We're going to add some moisture, coverage, concealer, foundation. But the reason why I used the X out before is because it does give me a little bit more coverage for where I need it. Hey, Jana, welcome. Thanks for joining us. The X out is like night and day. And you'll actually find when you're using a product, yes, you can use the foundation as a concealer, but when you're using X out, the biggest difference is it's more concentrated. So you're going to find yourself using less foundation when you have another product like X out because it's going to do the job. It's a little bit more concentrated. So it's going to help give a little bit more oomph and coverage. So let's go in to the 4-in-1. I already have a few drops in there, so just added a few more. And we're just going to pull back and start. You can actually see the product stream. I love it. It's so, so fine. I had to pull back on it pretty far for you to see it on camera. But I'm going to show you the difference of having the X out on one side. So the X out is on this side. I'm going to go up under this way and do just the foundation. It's going to give me good coverage. But as you can see, the X out does a little bit more. And I didn't have to use, and I won't have to use as much to get those results. Because the foundation is slightly less opaque because in general, your whole face doesn't need quite as much coverage as those specialty areas like this guy. All right. So that is the 6 to 8 drops there of the Luminess Silk 4-in-1. So it's great. Anti-aging properties, amazing hydration coverage, and you can play with it. If you need more coverage, add more coverage. If you want a little less, just use a little less. And that is the beauty of Airbrush. It is super versatile. It will work for you and whatever you want it to do. And it's pretty hard to mess up because it's such a fine mist. As long as you keep moving, you've got the control. All right. Yes, Jana, 100%. You can use X out on imperfections. I used it down here. It just really just crosses everything out. All right. I know I use lots of drops the first time because when I don't use the foundation with X out, I find myself using more foundation in the areas that I needed more coverage. So I ended up using a lot more drops, Nancy, because I was trying to cover some of the things. So when I'm using X out, I don't have to use as much foundation because this has more coverage power. I don't necessarily want that all over my face. I just want it in those certain areas. So yes, you did, Nancy. You teased me this morning because I was really going to town on some product because I think I was really trying to cover my under eyes a little bit more. And I had a friend. All right, so let's get some color in here. I'm going to do a little plum blush. Now, our blushes do bloom, which means the color develops over time. 1 to 2 drops is just enough to get you started. And we choose a color that's going to match and complement the shade range that you've chosen. So get a little bit of that color going on right there. Just to wake up the skin. And that's all you need, just a little bit. And the plum is a really strong color compared to some of the other colors. It's definitely for the medium to deeper skin tone, but you can absolutely use it no matter what skin tone you are. So play around, find the right color for you. And if the color that you pick feels a little too strong, that's okay. You can actually put it under your foundation, or you can put a little foundation on top to soften it out. Or we always have an or. You're going to get a small 0.25 ounce of the Love, which is one of my absolute favorites. Let me see if you can see it closer. Love. It is, I'm going to use my larger bottle because I've been using a lot of it lately, but it comes in that smaller one. And you just add a few drops of this. It's up to you, really, what you would like. And it's use it as desired. We say that right on there. Use it as desired for a natural glow. So it gives a glow to the skin, but it doesn't put a ton of like glittery finish on it. It adds hydration, luminosity, and makes the skin look super healthy. So what I love about it is that you can wear it after your foundation to kind of smooth everything out, or maybe blend in a little too much blush. Like Jana, she said the first time she used it, she used a little too much. Maybe if you're a little bit hesitant to try the blush, put some love in it before you try it. It kind of makes the color a little softer, so it's a little bit easier to use and manipulate. So that's what's going to come in your set. You are going to get your airbrush machine. So this one we used is the Legend. So we're going to use that. We got that. We also have our foundation. We also have a blush and the Love that's going to come with you. Now, I did add the X out for a little bit extra, and you can see I have the coverage under here is a little bit more than the coverage over here. So I was able to get a little bit more oomph out of my X out for really giving me the coverage that I want. Glad you learned something today, Jana. Thanks for joining, because it's so important to learn exactly how to use the products that you have. And there isn't a right way or a wrong way. It's really the best way for you. And if you can think outside the box, and I had someone ask earlier about mixing foundations, whatever works for you. And that's the beauty of Airbrush. It makes it so easy. You don't have to commit to mixing everything. You can just use a little bit. But we are going to finish this look because this is my last live of the day. You're going to be joined by Heather at 2 and 4. So I'm just going to fill my brows with a little bit of the brow gel from the 2-in-1 brow defined brow pencil. I really love the fact that I can just get a little bit of color from the gel, and the wand is very small, that I have a lot of control over it. When I do my brows, I push them up first and then over to the temples. All right, so I got my brow on, and I am going to do a little liner. I'm going to use our liquid liner in the gray because I love that it's just a subtle option to black, because I don't always want to wear black all the time on my eyes, but I do want a little bit of definition. Now, if you're a little hesitant to try a liquid liner, go in a lighter color like the gray. So it looks very lined, but not overly defined and too sharp. And I'm also using the side of my pen here. Just adds the easiest little touch of definition. Easy breezy. I'm going to add one of my favorite lip colors. Seriously, it's called Enchanted Forest. It's a purpley color. Right now we are doing a buy one, give one promotion. So we are giving our Creme Confession lipstick to the charities that support those women and people in need of a little bit of confidence, because we know that you can have a little bit of lipstick that gives you a ton of confidence. All right, I feel like I need to get my hair back down to kind of balance out this head. There we go. All right, so last but not least, I opened up this brand new mascara yesterday, telling you there is nothing like a brand new mascara, nothing on this whole planet. So a new mascara is going to go a long way. So I'm going to finish off with our Distraction mascara in black. Jana, if you get too much eyebrow gel in your brow, the best thing that I would do is let it dry and then try to soften it out with an empty spoolie, like just the empty part of a mascara wand, or you can wipe the little spoolie off. Or you can always go over it a little bit with your foundation, and that will help to soften it a little bit. You can just take a little bit of your airbrush and soften it. And I can actually show you what that looks like really quick when I'm done my mascara. Hey, Candy. So what I'm doing, I'm finishing up my look today. We went through X Out, our foundation in 4-in-1. We did a little blush, a little love, and we used a gray eyeliner, which behind black mascara, I mean, are we loving the look, right? Like it just has a finished look. You can't even tell that my eyeliner is gray. You can just see the definition that it brings my eye. And I absolutely love that. So do we like the gray? Does it like totally not exactly what you would think it would be? All right, nothing like a brand new mascara. I just feel like all lashes right now, which is so great. All right, I'm gonna tickle the little bottom lashes. Just a little bit, just so that they're there. And I am gonna go back over and I'll show you a really quick way to soften your eyebrows if you get a little too much. Hi, Amber. Oh, thanks. Foundation is the Silk 4-in-1, and we have the blush is in Plum and finished with Love. So let's go over this eyebrow. So maybe this eyebrow does look a little bit darker than this one. So let's show you a little trick. So we already know that you have a little bit of love, right? So I'm going to do 2 drops of love. Yes, Nancy, gray is more subtle, but you can see it does a ton of defining, but not like, oh my gosh, look at her eyeliner. And you know what that also means? It's a little bit more forgiving. So if you are new to a liquid liner, so perfect. Okay, so 1 drop of the foundation to 2 drops of love. And check this out. This one was a little heavier. I'm going to pull back pretty far. And I'm just barely pulling back on my trigger. So now see how my brow is a little softer? And then I can match it up a little bit on this side. Just this most subtle, just a little bit softer on the brow if you got a little too heavy. So don't worry. If it's new for you, you're trying something else, you can put just a little bit, but mix it with a little bit of the love so it's not like full foundation, so it covers up your eyebrow. So just a tiny little bit, a little mix, and it just softens it a little bit. So if you're like, oh my goodness, I'm new to eyebrows, don't know what I'm doing, just a little airbrush, you already have the remedy. And I tell everyone all the time, makeup 100% is not about being like a perfect artist. It's about how to like manipulate the product and get it to do what you want it to do. So if it's not quite perfect or it's your first time and you're a little nervous and you're a little scared, it's just makeup. We can just play with it and fix it. So I feel like everybody loved that little trick. Awesome. Well, if you love our tricks, why don't you subscribe to our channel? Come and see us. I will be here every morning at 8 and 10 Central. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm coming to you at noon. Heather's going to see us in the afternoons. So we absolutely love seeing you all here. Thank you for joining me. And I can't wait to see you. This is my last one today, but I will be back bright and shiny like a brand new penny tomorrow morning. And so excited to see everybody. Maybe we can think of some more tricks and tips because you know what? That's what the fun is all about. And I didn't even have to use any additional products. Oh, before we go, because it's my last one of the day, I don't want to forget, let's clean it out. So before you hang up your stylus for the day, we want to make sure that we clean out our stylus. Thank you on the eyebrows. Trust me, I will. If you stalk my Instagram, there might be an old picture of my old eyebrows. It's pretty interesting. So I am going to use my little safety cap here. I put some Tip Top in there. I put my safety cap on there so that I can, oh, you guys ready for another hack? I don't take the whole foil off. I just put a little hole in it so I don't overly spill, see? Because I tend to be a little clumsy and knock things over. So, all right. I put the cap on and I'm just going to shake it up because that's what you need to do. All right. So I'm just going to shake it up just a little bit. And then I'm just going to, I have a towel down here. It's really nice. It's a really, really nice towel. It's not a nice towel at all. It is a makeup towel. See, it has makeup on it. That's all I use it for. So I'm just going to empty my stylus with the Tip Top in it. So the Tip Top is going to come back behind all of my foundation, all the love, all the blush that I did, and just put it all, just spray it all out. So that's going to help prolong the life of my stylus. It's going to protect my investment. Really inexpensive to just add this guy to your cart when you check out because it's something you're going to need. You're going to need to help keep your stylus clean. So I am so excited you all joined me today. This was super, super fun. I hope we learned something, which is the most important part. And you know what? Come back tomorrow because we'll share something new. We'll come up with something new. So thanks for joining us because seriously, it's your questions, it's your comments that help us learn more together. And we'll see you then. Thanks for joining. Bye, guys. And don't forget, you better subscribe.